Joey, no need for overtime. Pero tomorrow, 8 a.m. yan, ha?
The name of this headache is overtime.
Oh, para sa sakit ng ulo.
Use white flour. Ipatak, langhapin, ihagod. White flour helps white out the pain.
Hey, sir.
Thank you.
Good job.
Walang signal.
Ito mapaw, oh.
Ang sakit na ng ulo ko.
The name of this headache, stiff neck, backache, is road trip. Use white flour. Ipatak, langhapin, ihagod.
Better?
Better. Yun na exit natin.
White flour helps white out the pain.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. I don't know how you guys do it because your hard work is very satisfying. Kaya huwag kalimutan na ang boses ay alagaan because for our kabuhayan, yan ang kayamanan. So for voice protection, choose Ninjong Pay Pakwa. Alaga ang boses nyo. Ginhawa sa sore throat na paos para di ka malaos. Kaya basta Pay Pakwa, Ninjong Pay Pakwa.
Luis, how old are you?
3 years old po.
Wow, big boy na. Sige nga, drink mo na ito para sa ubo mo. Inom na yan. Kaya para sa buong pamilya, 4-in-1 function ng Ninjong Pay Pakwa. Natural with no preservatives.
Basta Pay Pakwa, mag Ninjong Pay Pakwa.
Hello, netizens, and to all of us fans of White Flower Invocation and Ninjong Pay Pakwa. I'm Troy Montero, and welcome to our first ever live webinar series. So hold on to your invocation bottles as we go through this historical moment for White Flower Online. Now, I know we're all excited to begin, so here's just a little bit of a backgrounder of why we're all here. So since the beginning of the pandemic, well, no, actually, since the beginning of 2020, we've been tested by the circumstances we live in, starting with the volcano eruption and now COVID-19. White Flower Philippines recognizes the fact that most of us may have experienced tremendous stress to cope up with the daily new normal and to go through different types of pain as we approach the day-to-day activities in this time of the pandemic. With this, Gelma Philippines Incorporated decided to create this initiative to bring relief through the platform that would best reach more Filipinos in these trying times. in a way that would be suitable into what is now being coined the new normal. So, this is why our very first ever webinar is entitled New Normal Health Hacks, a wellness webinar on revealing pain and stress. So that's right. Are you guys excited? Because we're going to learn a lot from our very esteemed panel here tonight, all the way from Hong Kong and here right in the Philippines. We'll have live games and polls and the discussion wherein you could get a chance to win special prizes from White Flower Invocation and Ninjong Pepakwa. So sounds like so much fun, right? We're all going to learn so much, and I can't wait to get started. So with that, I'd like to introduce to our very, very first speaker. He is a BS Psychology, University of Philippines, Diliman, Doctor of Medicine, UE Raymond Magsaysay Memorial Medical Center, Occupational Health and Safety, University of the Philippines College of Public Health. He's a member of the International Maritime Health Association, program host and frequent guest of the Radio Veritas DZRH, Radio Natin, DZBB, segment host Generation RX Plus, ABS-CBN Sports, and Action TV Studio 23. So please welcome Occupational Health and Safety, Dr. Joseph Julius Guabillas, better known as Doc J.
Hello, Troy. Thank you very much. Kumusta mga netizens? I hope you're
thank
doing
you.
well up there. Call me Dr. J. I am a doctor practicing occupational health and safety. And I agree very much with you, Troy. We are living in very difficult times. And that is why it's quite necessary to exhaust all the platforms so we are able to reach out to everyone out there so that we are able to get through these difficult times together.
I agree with you 100%. And that's why our viewers right now will share this with their friends and family. So please share this link around so everyone can get a chance to experience and get all the information from tonight.
I would now like to share my screen at this time.
Yes.
Please allow me a moment.
Okay. All right, Doc, thank you so much and good luck in your talk. Take it away.
Thank you very much. To say that this COVID pandemic has been stressful for all of us is quite an understatement, I would think. Because this pandemic has practically pulled the rug out from under all of us. Because this is such a new experience to all of us, it's quite understandable that none of us has been prepared. We have been facing an immense amount of stress. And therefore, because of this immense stress, hindi natin maiwasan na makaramdam ng sense of fear, sense ng pangamba, pagkabahala, pagkatakot, and of course, tension, physical tension. Now, the problem is that when you combine a highly stressful situation with an intense amount of anxiety, what you will get is a headache. Maraming klase ng headache out there, but 90% of all headaches can be classified or would come under any of these three. You have attention type headache, you have migraine headache, and you have cluster headache. Let's go first to tension type headache. It is the most common type of headache worldwide, affecting more than 1 billion people. And as the name implies, tension type headache is most likely to be triggered by immense worry, stress, and lack of sleep. So, the tension type of headache is a kind of headache that you would feel na parang punong-puno ang inyong ulo. It's like feeling that you have a band around your head, may nakabendang nakabalot sa paligid ng ulo, at ang bendang ito ay unti-unting hinihigpitan. No? That is the sensation you get with tension type of headache. So it's described as fullness, squeezing, band-like, and vice-like. And the attack of a tension type headache may be just momentary, around 30 minutes, to as long as an entire week. We now go to migraine headache. And ito na yata ang pinaka-popular among the other types of headache. In fact, I would probably guess na ito ang default na excuse ng mga empleyado and mga school children when they are absent from work and from school. Migraine headache would affect more often women slightly compared to men. In fact, it's estimated that 75% of all migraine sufferers are women. Ang sakit ng ulo associated with migraine headache is matinding sakit ng ulo, severe headache that is felt on one side of the head. So, kanan kung kanan na bahagi ng ulo, kaliwa kung kaliwang bahagi ng ulo, it's an intense type of pain and it can be described as throbbing or pulsatile. Sa Tagalog, tumitibok or pumipintig na sakit ng ulo. It can last for as few as 4 hours to as long as 3 days. So the migraine attack is usually associated with nausea, vomiting, pagsusuka, pagduduwal, kawalan ng ganang kumain, anorexia, loss of appetite, and matinding sensitivity to light and noise. Cluster headache, which is the third type of headache that we have, the name would tell us that it tends to attack in groups. Kaya cluster, magkakasunod, magkakadugtong ang mga atake. You can get the attacks for up to 8 times in a day, spread over several weeks. Ang atake ng mga cluster headache would often happen in the early hours of the morning, enough to wake you from your sleep, and also it can happen in the early hours of the early part of the day. Ano ang description ng cluster headache? Ito ay parang tumutusok, bumabaon na klase ng headache that is centered around one eye and its surroundings. So it's excruciating, it's stabbing, and it only involves a single eye. So kanang mata kung kanang mata, kaliwang mata kung kaliwang mata. You get the sensation that your eye is almost about to pop out. May mga ilang klase ng headache that you need to see a doctor right away. So what are these type of headache? If, for example, the headache that you are experiencing can be described as the worst headache of your entire life, then it's a cue that you need to see your doctor right away. Or another scenario would be if you are pregnant and you keep getting these headaches, then you also need to see your OBGYN, because for all we know, we are dealing with blood pressure problems like preeclampsia. Sintomas din na kailangan matingnan na kayo ng inyong doktor kapag ang sakit ng ulo ay nagiging madalas ang atake, almost every day, nagiging patindi ng patindi ang atake, at saka yung kailangan nyo ng uminom mayat maya ng gamot, ng pain reliever, then it's time to see your doctor also. Here is something that we should all watch out for. When your headache is now associated with some neurological signs, like for example, panghihina, or kawalan ng pakiramdam sa anumang bahagi ng katawan, or matinding pagkahilo, then you should see a doctor. But of course, whatever the cause for headache, most of this can be resolved with simple home remedies. Pwede kayong maligo ng mainit-init o maligamgam na tubig. You can apply heating pads or hot water bottle over the affected area of the head. You can sleep, matulog sa isang tahimik at madilim na kwarto with your head elevated compared to the rest of the body. And also, you can take over-the-counter pain relievers such as your paracetamol, your mefenamic acid, and your ibuprofen. We all should need how to handle our stresses very well. And you can massage your forehead and the back of your neck using essential oils and embrocations, preferably containing camphor, methyl salicylate, menthol, because these are the natural ingredients that have been repeatedly proven in trials to relieve muscle tension and ease the pain. You can also try aromatherapy, ang paglanghap ng mga soothing na amoy and scents. I can suggest lavender, for example. Eucalyptus is also effective because when you inhale these soothing smells, your mind as well as your body is relaxed and free from the tension. Back pain is as common as headache. So, just like headache, ang back pain ay isa rin sa madalas na dahilan ng konsulta sa doktor and absence from work. Hindi man natin aminin, habang tayo ay nagkakaedad, mas lumalaki ang tsansa na tayo ay makaranas ng mga pagsakit-sakit sa likod. So what are the more common causes of back pain? You have back strain or muscle tension or spasm, probably because we picked up something heavy in the wrong way. It can also be caused by structural damage or injury, such as herniated disc or sciatica, or possibly osteoarthritis, or it could be caused by poor posture or being obese, overweight. And also pregnancy can actually cause back pain, mainly because of the shift in the center of gravity. And would you know, stress, too much stress can also cause back pain. Is there something we can do to relieve back pain? For muscle sprain and spasms, for the first 48 hours, sa unang 2 araw matapos ng injury, ng spasm, ng sprain, it is recommended that we apply cold packs, cold compress, or ice packs, because the cold would help slow down the inflammation and the pain, the swelling. After 48 hours, after 2 days from the time of the injury or the sprain, you can now apply hot compress, heating pads, hot water bottles. Pwedeng maligo ng mainit-init, maligamgam na tubig, because now the heat will help easily resolve yung pagmamanas or yung edema or yung inflammation sa affected na back muscles. And just the same for headache, you can take, if you want, pain relievers like paracetamol, mefenamic acid, or ibuprofen. When you are suffering from headache, please do not lie down straight on your back. It's better, instead of lying straight on your back, that you insert a small hot dog pillow under your knees, both of your knees, to ease the pressure on your lower back. Or, much better, you can sleep on your side, mahiga on your side, with your knees folded at right angles to your body, and with a pillow sleep in between them. It's like sleeping in a fetal position. So that would be actually the best position for sleeping when you are suffering from back pain. And of course, you can try to massage the affected area of your back. Again, it will help if you use essential oils, embrocation, preferably containing methyl salicylate, camphor, menthol, because again, these are natural ingredients, natural contents, which help relieve pain and ease the muscle tension. Siyempre, we are living in the times of COVID pandemic, and it's not right that we finish this lecture without discussing sore throat, cough, and hoarseness, pamamalat ng boses. Here in our country, in the Philippines, the months from June to November is considered cough, cold, and flu months. For the viruses, they like this season because the cold and the dry air is into their favor. Sadly, unfortunately, on our part, the cold and the dry air makes our throat, the lining of our throat, more dry and more friable, and therefore easily infected by all sorts of microbes. What are the usual causes for sore throat, cough, and hoarseness of voice? Most commonly, viral infections. So you get common cold. Example are rhinoviruses. You know all about the flu, influenza viruses, and the most popular of them all, coronavirus, COVID-19 included. But not all of them are viruses. It can also be due to certain types of bacteria. It could even be due to allergens, like inhaling cigarette smoke, inhaling dust, inhaling other irritants, chemical irritants, or probably just simply because we abuse our voice. Hindi lang tama ang paggamit natin ng ating lalamunan at ng ating boses. We are all familiar with the symptoms of cough, cold, hoarseness of voice, and flu. Masakit at nangangating lalamunan, mahirap lumunok. No, it gets even more irritated when we talk, when we sing. No, namamaga, namumula ang tonsils, and garalgal ang boses. Tumutulo ang malabnaw na sipon. And of course, mataas ang lagnat, you get cough, hatching ka ng hatching, masakit ang mga kalamnan, masakit ang ulo, and sometimes it's even accompanied by nausea and vomiting, pagsusuka at pagduduwal, at pagkahilo. There are certain symptoms that I would like to call your attention to because these symptoms would now require immediate medical attention. For example, severe throat pain, matinding pamamaga ng lalamunan, to the point na ikaw ay nahihirapan ng makakain, nahihirapan ng makalunok ng anumang fluids, you cannot take your maintenance medications anymore, go see your doctor. Ikaw ay nahihirapang huminga. You have difficulty na magbukas ng bibig. Sobrang sasakit ng mga kasukasuan at laman. And all of a sudden, you erupt rashes all over your body. Nagkaroon ng pamamantal sa anumang bahagi ng katawan. Sobrang taas ng lagnat na hindi bumababa sa paracetamol. Or biglang nagkaroon ng bahid ng dugo, blood in your saliva or your phlegm. Or may nakakapakang bukol sa iyong leeg. Or ang iyong pamamaos ng boses ay lagpas-lagpasan na sa 2 linggo. Or pamamaga, swelling in whatever part of your face. These symptoms, of course, foremost in our mind, oh no, COVID-19. But aside from COVID-19, there are other severe diseases na posibleng pinapahiwatig ng mga sintomas na ito, and therefore, it's necessary that anytime you have these symptoms, go and see your doctor right away for proper evaluation. Are there some things that you can do at home to take care of yourself and your loved ones when you have cough, sore throat, and hoarseness of voice? There are. You can simply sleep it away, rest, drink enough fluids, fruit juices, good old water, try comforting foods and beverages, gargle with salt solution. The proper formula, by the way, is 8 ounces of lukewarm water, dissolve in it 1/4 teaspoon of salt, then that would be a big help. That would relieve your sore throat. You can humidify the air. You can do steam inhalation, just a precaution. Take care from scalding burns. Avoid irritants. Utang na loob. Don't smoke when you have sore throat. And of course, avoid secondhand smoke as well. You can also take natural herbal remedies and preparations to relieve your sore throat, to relieve your cough, and to relieve your pamamaos o pamamalat ng boses. In this particular case, no, I would bring to your attention some of the ingredients that have been proven by research na malaki ang tulong in relieving these symptoms. For example, honey. Our very old, familiar, simple honey is very effective in soothing sore throat. Luya, ginger, is also effective. Menthol is effective in suppressing the irritation that you have in your throat. There are so many others. So I would suggest, if you are to try to take herbal preparation, choose the ones containing all of them. Because when this combined, in medical science, in pharmacology, we call them synergistic effect. 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 would probably equal 5. They tend to play on themselves, potentiate their effects para mas maging potent and effective yung kanilang relief. And of course, here are some important reminders in this time of COVID-19 pandemic. If you are ill with fever, sore throat, cough, hoarseness of voice, stay at home, maglagi sa bahay, ibukod ang sarili from the rest of your family and other household members. Always cover your cough and sneezes with disposable tissue. Throw it right away and wash your hands right after. And of course, when you have this illness, even when inside the house, I would suggest that you wear face masks all the time. You have probably heard countless of times, lumang-luma na yung kasabihan, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. But then, in this time of COVID pandemic, prevention would probably spell the difference between life and death. So what are the things that we can do to prevent getting these conditions? Voluntary self-quarantine. If you have nothing important to do outside, don't go outside. Stay home. Social distancing, 2 meters apart. Wear face masks all the time, especially when venturing outside your home. Avoid touching your nose, eyes, and mouth. Iwasan ang paghawak sa mata, sa bibig, at sa ilong. Laging maghugas ng kamay, the proper way. Laging i-disinfect at linisin ang mga bagay-bagay na madalas yung hawakan at madalas hawakan ng ibang tao. Healthy, balanced diet and regular exercise. And of course, stress management. I would also advise you to update your flu and your pneumonia vaccines. And of course, we can even be more proactive. We can even be one step ahead. Again, by taking herbal preparation, natural preparation, containing all these wonderful ingredients that help improve the body's immune system to help fight infections more effectively. So that is all. Let me close by leaving you something, which is that the groundwork of happiness in life is nothing but good health. Thank you very much for your attention. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig. Troy?
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Doc J. You know, everything you were talking about there is so helpful, especially right now in this time that we're in, from the headaches to the stress to even back pains and how to take care of those things. I myself do have occasional lower back pain, so I will definitely take your advice starting tonight for sure. Okay, so thank you so much, doctors like you and all the health workers out there who are doing the best to combat the pandemic for all of us here at home. Thank you so much again, Doc J. We'll see you in a little while. Thank you. And now, of course, we are moving on to discuss white flour and ninjom during these stressful times. We'll be joined by Jelma Philippines Incorporated Vice President for Marketing, Miss Mitch Laulo. How, Miss Mitch, how are you?
Thank you, Troy. Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very
Hi,
good.
Dr.
How are
J.
you this evening?
Yes, hello. And hello, Dr. J. I would also like to acknowledge our principals who will be joining us later today. Mr. Gavin Gan, Executive Director of Hope Impact Fayao Manufacturing Limited, and Miss Cherry Ma, Product Manager from Ninjom Medicine Manufacturing Limited. And hello to all our present netizens who are watching us right now. Hi, guys. We at Jelma Philippines Incorporated, importer and distributor of white flour embrocation and Ninja Aqua, are really happy to be with you right now. We appreciate each and every one of you. To our frontliners, to our viewers, thank you so much. And we're so grateful to all of you that in return would like to share some important health hacks in the new norm. So please help spread the love by sharing this webinar to your friends and family, and who knows, you might be able to save lives too. I hope everyone is ready with their white flour embrocation bottles and Ninjom Paperqua bottles, as I'll be showing a step-by-step use of the product to combat stress.
Okay, this is so interesting. I can't wait to see how white flour is going to be used in the right way, or a little hack from you, Miss Mitch.
That's right, Troy. And what we're continuously reminding you guys na sa bawat laban, dapat laging handa with white flour. Because we believe that although pain is inevitable, white flour will continue to serve its purpose to be the frontline relief against topical pain.
Yes, and we're really excited to know how white flour can help in relieving pain and stress in this new normal, Mitch.
Yes, Troy.
But it is also normal to experience throat irritation from time to time. And when one is stressed, this could also affect your throat health. Everyone out there, they need your voice to talk, to work, to be with their family and everything. So, Miss Mitch, please take it away, and the floor is all yours.
Yes, Troy. Thank you. And that correct ka dyan, Troy. That is why I am excited for everyone to get to know our two brands. So right now I'll be sharing my screen. Troy, let me know if you can see it. I guess you guys can see it. Okay. There you go. So white flour. I'm sure most of you have heard of the word liniments, oils, ointment, but are you familiar with the word embrocation? It's not commonly used, but embrocation is the liquid used for rubbing on the body to relieve pain. So white flour, just like embrocation, just like white flour embrocation. I'm sure you've heard of that. So about white flour, let me tell you a little story about white flour. White flour is also known as pak phayao in Cantonese and pai huayao in Mandarin. Now you know. Its beginnings in Malaysia in 1927, and by 1951, it was established in Hong Kong. In the late 1950s, it was introduced in the Philippines and distributed by Jelma Philippines Incorporated. And since then, white flour embrocation has been the go-to pain relief. Now, let's get to know more about white flour. White flour is an external counter-irritant with analgesic, anti-inflammatory, and has antiseptic properties. And it contains menthol salicylate, menthol crystals, eucalyptus oil, lavender, and camphor, just as what the doctor mentioned, Dr. J mentioned a while ago. Its natural healing properties have made people young and old come to love and trust the effectivity of the relief of this bottle. Now, I think everyone can relate to the stress, no? So that's why white flour can be very helpful in this stressful situation that we are facing right now. So, of course, white flour is FDA approved. That is why the Food and Drug Administration has approved white flour's therapeutic benefits. This makes it a great alternative to taking pill medicines, which comes with a lot of side effects, you know. So as we all know, white flour's oil is very potent, and that is why mas tipid siya gamitin, because you'll only need 2 to 3 drops of white flour and apply to the affected area to get your quick fix of nirvana. It's as easy as that. And did you know that white flour's distinct bottle is uniquely shaped like this? Because like this, diba? It's uniquely shaped like this so that it can be used as a tool for massage. Like here, sa likod mo, or sa leeg, at the back of your neck. It's very stress relieving, this part here. So, yes, and plus white flour's glass bottle is so cute and iconic. It's Instagrammable, so it's already Instagram ready. You can just show it off with your to your friends, and it's also easy to bring anywhere you go. I actually feel unsafe leaving the house without white flour kasi panlaban ko yun eh, and shield ko yun sa mga everyday ailments, and I often get stressed out. Whenever I do get stressed out, I have headaches, and then when I have headaches, this is my savior, white flour. So it helps me a lot, and it energizes me and it calms me down at the same time. So do you know? And also, speaking of this powerful bottle, do you want to see how I apply white flour? Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, prepare your white flour bottles. You have it with you. You too, Troy. Do you have your white flour bottle? There you go.
I do. I have mine.
Cool. That's a cute bottle. Mine.
Right?
Ako, I really want my big bottle kasi matakaw ako sa white flour. So
Pang pocket size lang.
yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, pocket size, travel size. So there are 3 easy steps to using white flour. It's called ipatak, langhapin, ihagod. So it's just 3. Ipatak, langhapin, ihagod. So ipatak, apply, just tilt your bottle and tap the bottom of it. So apply 2 to 3 drops. 1, 2, and 3. So just apply 2 to 3 drops of white flour onto your palm and rub both hands gently, or you can use a facial tissue or a handkerchief. And then langhapin to better appreciate the product. Do you already feel relieved? Diba?
It's so nice.
Nakaka-relax siya. So you may also that's one way of using white flour, and another way is you may also mix a few drops of white flour into a small basin of hot water and then drape your head over the towel like that and inhale the steam. And it's really a relaxing aromatherapy. And then the last step is ihagod. So massage 2 to 3 drops of white flour imbrication to the affected area. If you have a headache or head cold, you may massage it over your head. So it goes like this. For me, I usually take the oil here until the tip of my fingers and then massage my head, and then on the temples of my head down to the back of my head, and then to the down to the side of my head, and then to the back of my head, and then to my nape here, and also sa upper back ko. So those are my stress points, and it usually it's very effective. So there you go. And you can repeat the process every 2 hours if necessary. And you may also use an aromatherapy. You may also use it for an aromatherapy by placing a few drops of white flour into your oil burner or diffuser if you have one. So there you go. Do you have one?
I don't have a diffuser. I should get one, that's for sure.
Yeah. But
this is great.
yeah, it really relieves stress, right? Like right now, ang sakit ng ulo ko. So true that white flour's aroma captures the heritage of pain relief. Filipinos have come to love and trust, and making white flour an essential household partner and a pocket-sized first aid for generations of Filipinos. Now, for the white flour, there are different white flour sizes, right? There are 5 different white flour sizes. So, ngayong new normal, dapat maging laging handa sa bawat laban, right? So, there's a white flour size for everyone. We have the white flour 20 ml. This is what I have right now. Oh yeah, it shows in the screen. That's the 20 ml. This is the live size. Sorry. The white flour 20 ml, and the white flour 20 ml and 10 ml is good for home use or for everyone in the family. And we also have the white flour 5 ml that comes with a cool silicone. If you've seen this one, like there are 3 colors available: the black, the bright yellow, and the purple. They're so cool. Like I never lose my white flour inside my bag when I have these. And we have the 2.5 ml and the 1.5 ml for personal use. So it's very convenient to bring these bottles on the go. And I have news for you. Hashtag White Flower is available in all leading drugstores nationwide. And for your convenience, we've made it also available in our official White Flower shop online on Shopee and Lazada. So cool.
That is great. Mitch, I have this one.
Oh yeah,
with the blue holder.
I like that. I like my purple one.
It's great. All right.
So the next slide I would like to present to you guys is the Ninjum paper. Now that we are experiencing a pandemic, bacteria and viruses can easily attack our respiratory system. So it's important to keep the throat and lungs healthy by taking Ninjum paper, the original paper. Throat is an organ that can be physically felt, here. So you see, when you get sick, it's usually the throat that shows the signals of the symptoms of your sickness. So as you can see in the slide, health issues are felt in the throat from the less serious cases, like having a coarse voice and dryness of throat, to the more serious problems like sore throat, phlegm formation, and throat inflammation. And those are cases we'd like to avoid, especially in the time of COVID-19. No, we don't want that. So Ninjum's 15 powerful herbs. Let me show you that. We have Ninjum is made from not one, not two, not three, but it's made from 15 powerful herbs plus honey, and that synergistically work together to give the 4-in-1 galing benefits of cough relief, soothing sore throat and hoarse voice or pagkamalat, and expels the phlegm. So to name just a few of the 16 ingredients, the following are Chuan Bay. Chuan Bay is the one that moistens the lungs and relieves cough. We have the loquat leaf. It clears the lung heat and quenches your thirst. And we also have the pomelo peel. This dissipates cold and replenishes your chi, so when you have this, you feel like zen. So why choose Ninjum Pepakwa? Guys, in choosing a cough and sore throat remedy, it should be natural, reliable, and effective. So why is it natural? How is it natural? It's natural because it's made from the herbal ingredients. It has no artificial sweeteners. It's vegan friendly. It's 100% drug free, and it's preservative free. So there you have it. And why is it reliable? It is reliable because it's quality. It is a quality you can rely on because of its GMP factory standard from Hong Kong and the TGA Australia. And also it is halal certified and has the Q Mark award from the Federation of Hong Kong Industries. And lastly, why is it effective? As its formula is used over 100 years, but also now using the strict quality control, like having its own cultivation field of Chuan Bay and state-of-the-art technologies for production, now it's really potent and effective. So Ninjum is globally accepted and distributed in 21 countries, from European to American and to Asian markets as well, so we are really around. And so, including the Philippines. So that's why Ninjum Paperclaw is already available here because of Jelma Philippines. So we made it available for you guys. So Ninjum Paperclaw sizes, we have 3 sizes. I have it here. I'll show you guys an actual size, the actual sizes. So can you see it? We have here the 300 ml, the 150 ml and the 75 ml. So that's what it looks like. Because a lot of people ask, like, what does the original paper quad look like? And this is what it looks like, you guys. There you go. So I'll show you more about it in a bit. So the 4-in-1 Galing, trusted by Luis Manzano. I'm sure you've heard of Luis taking Ninjum Paperqua. No wonder celebrities like Luis Manzano, whose job relies mainly on their voice, trust only Ninjum Paperqua to provide the 4-in-1 benefits. O, diba, bigatin siya. Because unlike other cough and sore throat medicines and those other Paperqua brands, did you know that Paperqua is a generic name? It's not the brand name. The original brand name is Ninjum, and it's called Ninjum Paperqua, and there are other brands of Paperqua if you've noticed. But anyway, so there, and to be extra safe, be sure to check the label. Is your bottle of Paperqua just a food supplement? If so, it means that it has no approved therapeutic claims. So you guys have to be watchful. Don't get deceived because other Paperqua brands try to look similar to the original Ninjum Paperqua. So it's very tricky. Trust only Ninjum Paperqua because this is a THMR grade Paperqua approved by the FDA. So Ninjum Paperqua is masarap, malamig at orig. Now, how to check if your Ninjum Paperqua is original? It's simple. I'll show you guys. So just check the label here. You can see the very elaborate one-of-a-kind box with the active ingredients in your Paperqua bottle, box and bottle. So here, it has the only cough syrup that has elaborate active ingredients here. This white box are all the active ingredients. So if you can see, ang dami niyan. And also that it's exclusively imported by Jalma Philippines. Baliktad ba? But yeah, I think you guys can see it. So this is the real deal, guys. So I know you guys have this curiosity of how to properly consume Ninjum Paperqua, and I'll be glad to show you guys. Now, for a quick relief, mix Ninjum Paperqua with warm water and consume like a tea drink. Now, for throat and voice relief, you may consume the syrup directly and swallow it slowly so that it stays in your throat for longer, and then it gives you that suave feel in your throat. Right? I'm sure you guys usually take it directly like that, like so. I like that because it's what is usually taught to you guys. But there are actually 3 ways to use it. So the first one is the one mixed with warm water for relief, and then the second one is you take it directly, and the third one is you can make it as your beverage. So you can add Ninjum Paperqua with your cold water, and you may add a squeeze of calamansi or lemon. So I'll show you guys how to do it. So here's what you do. You get a bottle of the 75 ml Ninjum Paperqua, and you get a bottle of 500 ml water. So what you're gonna do is really so simple. You take your bottle of Ninjum Paperqua and pour it into your 500 ml bottle. There you go. Okay. And then you just simply mix it, guys. In my case, this is a cold water. This is a cold bottle of water. I just mix it like that. It's so easy. And then prepare your glass because we're gonna toast to this really yummy beverage, yummy and healthy beverage. So if you have it with you, cheers. This is very refreshing. I really needed that because I talk a lot. And so yeah, what's great with Ninja Paperclip is that you can take it daily for voice maintenance by mixing a 75 ml Ninja Paperclip with a 500 ml bottle of water and mix it and store it in your fridge. You can store it in your fridge or consume directly, and then there you have it. You have a beverage for your guest. And just like that.
That was so awesome. I have to tell you, I'm a fan. I've been taking Jinjong Pepakwa for quite some time now. I do it when I'm out on a gig, whether I'm singing or hosting. I always have one in the refrigerator, and I do bring one when I'm abroad. I bring one on the plane, whether I'm abroad or here in the Philippines hosting. It does help tremendously, and especially feels so great and refreshing, especially during this time when the weather is starting to be rainy season and things like that, and everyone has the stress and whatnot. But especially because of the weather, it's great to have this. It will definitely be refreshing and relieve some of that throat sore that everyone will get during this time. So thank you so much for that information. There you have it, guys. Your health hack partners to survive the new normal: white flour embrocation and Ninjong Paperclip. So don't go away. We have some exciting games for all you that are still here with us online. Please still share with everybody so they can join in the fun. And we're now going to be playing a game and join us also is Doc J, and Miss Mitch will be here. Miss Mitch has got enjoying her glass there of Ninjong Paperclip, which I will try that. Try that.
Later.
I've never tried it with water.
Later.
Definitely.
I wish I can just hand you guys this drink over here because I have a lot. See?
That's nice. Next time.
Next time.
Okay, kaya naman guys, it's time now for the trivia questions about stress and the time of COVID-19. So we'll be choosing among those with current answers to win a special prize from Jelma Philippines Incorporated. Okay, shall we start? Are you guys ready? Here we go with the first question. Okay. Stress and anxiety are the same. A, nope, and B, yep. Who would like to take this one? Anyone? The actual answer is A. Nope, they are not the same. Doc J.
Actually, like you said, Troy, they are not the same because stress is the physical reaction to a threat. So since stress is physical, it would probably mean increased blood pressure, you perspire more, you the respiration increase, no, you get jittery. So all of this are the physical manifestations of your reaction to an external threat. That is stress. Anxiety, on the other hand, is the psychological component to that reaction to the threat. So anxiety would now include worry, lack of sleep, nervousness, jitteriness, irritability. So there goes the difference.
That's right, Doc J. And it always pays to be prepared, because you have to make sure that your white flour bottle is with you, since it provides calming relief from the negative effects of stress. And kasi it has lavender and eucalyptus, and as you know, these are the aromatherapy oils that are a staple in spas and other places of relaxation. So white flour embrocation, you guys, the real OG of all the essential oils.
OG as original gangster. I like that.
Yeah.
It's the holy grail of medicinal oils, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go for the next one. The stress response prepares your body to A, fight or flight, B, sleep, or C, calm down. What's your answer, everyone? And the answer is A. Doc J?
The correct answer, Troy, is fight or flight. So stress response would be fight or flight. What does this mean? Remember, when we are faced with stress, the mind assesses the situation. For my survival, would it be better for me to face this stress, this threat head on, or would it be better for me to just run away? This is the explanation for that fight or flight response. So this response is intended to prepare the body to muster enough energy to face threats or to run away from it. A good example for this is the stories of a single person carrying an entire refrigerator out of burning buildings. That is a good example of your fight and flight response.
Yes, and we suggest inhaling the scent of white flower because this will help you relax. So, number 3.
All right. Okay, so you can control how stress affects you in light of COVID-19. A, I don't think so, or B, absolutely. And the correct answer is B, absolutely.
So the correct answer is absolutely. Now, when it comes to stress, when it comes to the external threat, you can't do anything about it. It is beyond your control. The stress response of your body, that is an automatic response. It's something that you can do little about also. However, when the mind starts to interpret this reaction of the body, then you can control that. The mindset can set the pace for everything. So in this particular case, when your mind convinces you that this thing that we are undergoing is something necessary, it's something positive, it's something we can overcome eventually, then it makes sure that this threat is able to have less untoward effect on our mind and on our physical situation.
All
That's
right,
right.
that is correct. I think, is that it? Do we have any more trivia quiz for everyone? No, that's it? Okay, nice one. So
No.
thank you so much, Miss Mitch and
Oh.
Dr. J, and to everyone who participated. We'll be announcing the winners who participated, who answered correctly in just a bit. Just to give a little note here, I can see everyone here answering on the live chat, so I'm following along. There's a lot of correct answers here, so that's really great, everyone following along there.
That's good to know, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. And before that, I would like to take this opportunity then to promote that our Facebook page, namely Official White Flower, has an extra tab for a quiz called White Out the Stress. So you guys, answer up.
That's right. So please do share that with your friends and families. The more we know, the less there is to worry. So now we'll be entertaining the questions sent here on our live webinar. So we will also be joined by a very special guest, Mr. Gavin Gan, Executive Director of Ho Hin Pak Fayao Manufacturing Limited, and Ms. Cherry Ma, Product Manager of Ninjom Medicine Manufacturing Hong Kong Limited. So good evening to both of you. All right. Okay. So shall we proceed with the first question? We see here, first question. Who would like to take this?
It's from Anthony Bulacan.
Anthony from Bulacan.
Yes.
Older people often see using white flour. How do you keep the brand relevant for the younger millennials for them to benefit from the brand? I
I'm
believe
sorry.
this will be.
White flour embrocation has been around for a very, very long time, of more than 93 years. So it has a very long heritage, which is going to be more synonymous with the older generation. However, the product and the brand has been passed down through generations, and consumers continue to buy it because they believe in the quality, they believe in the product, and they believe in the brand. Nowadays, millennials are even more conscious about health and well-being, and people are more willing to buy natural and organic products that they don't need to take orally or take internally to relieve symptoms of pain and headaches. And therefore, with white flour embrocation, we are here to teach the consumers about the power of essential oils as a topical remedy that can also soothe these pains away. In addition, we're also investing money and time into new R&Ds to try and innovate and come up with new product ranges for the consumers to buy. And hopefully we'll be able to launch these in the near future.
Okay, that was very informative. I guess that was for Mr. Gavin Gann there. All right, so next up. This is going to Doc J. Doc J, maybe you'd like to take this question?
Thank you, Troy. So for the second question, it's addressed to me. Dr. J, ano po ba ang difference ng anxiety sa stress? Parang ang hirap po kasing malaman if anxious ka or stressed ka lang. From Sean of Santa Rosa, Laguna. It's understandable that you can easily confuse the two, but generally, it would help to keep in mind that stress is the physical reaction to a threat. So, for example, if I'm not too sure if it's a good example, but for example, somebody has been just informed that he is positive for COVID-19, it's understandable that he will perspire all over, he'll have this increased heart rate, he will have cold and clammy hands. So all of these are the natural reaction to getting such a bad news, physical. But then the anxiety would be the psychological component. So he will now be scared, he will be unable to sleep, he will now be nervous. So there is the basic difference between stress and anxiety. And of course, sometimes there's a gray area in differentiating the two, but then mainly that's a difference.
All right, thank you, Doc J.
Interesting.
Doc J, you have another question here.
Dr. J, my question is, I have a 6 months old baby. Safe po ba na gamitin din sa kanya ang white flour? Of course, it's soothing, no, that we use embrocation and essential oils, but then we try to discourage it from being used on such very young infants and children. So generally, the advice is for safety purposes, among children, you can safely use it 7 years old up.
Okay, thank you for that, Doc J. Before we move on, just want to add, please do like and share this live stream so everyone else can join us and participate. So we are not through with this yet. We still have a lot more to go. So please like us and share this link with your friends and family. Okay, next up we have from Anna of, where's she from? From Laguna. So cough and sore throat are some of the symptoms of COVID-19. How does Ninjom Pepakwa relieve cough and sore throat? We'd like to address this interesting question to Ms. Cherima.
Hi, Ninjom Pipagao is a proprietary blend, contains 15 natural herbs plus honey, which relieve your cough and soothe soft throat. During the trying period of COVID-19, we have to keep our throat moist. Okay, so we would suggest consuming Pipagao directly. If you have ever tried, you would know that Pipagao is a sweet, thick, honey-like syrup with a cooling sensation that goes down your throat. You can feel the cooling sensation in your throat. It protects your throat, especially if you need to wear a mask, you will feel not comfortable. But with something cooling in your throat, you will feel much better. Ninjom is a globally available in well-trusted brand, trusted by generations. So, give it a try.
Give it a little try. I have mine.
All right. Definitely. Thank you so much, Ms. Cherima. And next we have Gwyneth from Cebu. Now that we are in the new normal, it's recommended to use white flour to soothe stress and pain. In this regard, how safe is white flour and how much of it can you use?
As mentioned, white flour has been produced by us since 1927 when it was first founded. Throughout the years, our quality control and assurance have improved tremendously, and we only use ingredients that passes all our stringent specifications and internal controls. All our factories are GMP certified to ensure that every single bottle that we produce is of top quality. And to date, there hasn't been any major negative health indications from the use of white flour. However, we do advise all users of our product to read the instruction leaflet that comes with every single bottle. Just to make sure that everybody understands the usage instructions, the indications, and also the cautions and the warnings. And with all medications, we do advise you to seek a physician or a doctor should you have pain symptoms that persist over a period of time. As for the application of white flour, we do recommend that you can use white flour every 2 hours or so. You just use a couple of drops, 2-3 drops of white flour, massage it into the affected area, and you should feel that the pain or the discomfort should go away pretty soon after that.
That was great. Ms. Mitch or Dr. J, would you like to add to that?
Very well said.
Agreed.
Okay, so here we go. We have another question. We are not familiar with the different ingredients of Ninjom Pepakwa. How is it different from other cough and sore remedy medicines? From Joseph of Iloilo.
I think Sherry would like to answer that.
All right. Most of the brands in the market contains a few or even one key ingredient. Actually, you can tell from the front panel of the packaging. At the top, you can usually see the generic name box. Sometimes some brand contain only one generic name here. That means they have only one key ingredient. So you can see on Ninjom Pipagao, it is full of text. Ninjom Pipagao contains 15 herbal ingredients plus honey. In total, we have 16 key ingredients. The selected herbal ingredients in our formulation are for sore throat or cough relief. One of our key ingredients, Tuanbei, another name is Fritillaria sehosa didon, is planted at altitudes of 2,700 meters or 4,000 meters, which is a very, very precious plant, and it is very well known for cough relief. Other ingredients such as Folium, Eriobodia, and Redis at Rhizoma glaciehiza also serve to nourish the lungs and relieve hoarseness. It can help you build up a healthier respiratory system that can better ward off ailments like the common cold or flu. So, next time, when you encounter sore throat, cough, common cold, or even flu, as well as hoarseness, give it a try. Ninjam Pipagao. You'll feel much better with the cooling sensation in your throat. Next time, try it.
All right, there you go. This one is for you, Doc Jay.
Oh. So the question goes, hi, Doc J. Is it true that being stressed makes you more susceptible to COVID-19? There are two types of stress generally, short-term stress and long-term stress. For the short-term stress or acute stress, we do not know yet. There has not been studies done to show whether short-term stress can make you more susceptible to COVID-19 or any other infection. But definitely, there is study supporting the fact that long-term stress or chronic stress helps suppresses the immune system. So in this particular case, it's not just chronic stress. Other factors, for example, feelings of loneliness, for example, because of all of these things, you are unable to get enough sleep. So these things, they add up together, and then they suppress the immune system. And yes, it makes you more susceptible to get infected, generally, not just by COVID-19. So it's important that we know how to handle and manage stress properly. Like what we've been talking about here for the past several minutes, probably massage and relaxation and aromatherapy, they can all help to make us more relaxed and to handle stress properly.
All right, thank you so much, Doc Jay.
So, are we now at which question? Question 7? Hi, Miss Mitch. We're a longtime fan of white flour. And I saw somewhere na may naglalagay ng white flour sa ngipin kasi masakit daw. Safe ba yun? That's by Faye of Quezon City. Hi, Faye. Hello. Sticking something cold anywhere near the source of your toothache is probably the furthest thing from your mind. But a cold compress may help to relieve the pain of toothache, especially if it is caused by swelling around the tooth. As you know, that would probably be the reason why people dab white flour on the cotton and stick it to their gums or their teeth. Other patrons of white flour, they really do that, but we don't really advertise that, or we don't really suggest it so much because it's not in our registered label. So because white flour is an external counter irritant, so we advise that putting it inside is discouraged, and just dab it into the area outside your cheeks or jaw to help subside the pain. Whether or not you're able to get rid of the toothache using a natural remedy, it's important that you make an appointment to see your dentist as soon as possible. I hope I answered that right. Correct.
We have another question here. Maybe Doc J would like to take this one.
May side effects po ba ang paggamit ng white flour kapag maya't maya ang gamit? Just keep in mind that white flour is intended for external use only. So in that particular case, no, we do not have any concerns about having any untoward side effect. Just make sure you just apply it externally.
Ms. Mitch, would you like to add?
That's correct. That's correct, Dr. J. I think I said a lot already. I'd like for Dr. J to explain also his side. Yeah, that's correct, Dr. J. Well said.
Do we have more questions?
All right. Well, I just want to say, do you have more questions or are they still coming in? Ah, there's more.
Oh, it's from
hello.
Cybel. Hi.
This is from Anna.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. This is for regarding white flour.
Yes. Hi. I would like to ask how much drops of white flour will be used in a glass of hot water. So, as I mentioned a while ago, can um, you can put a jar of hot water and then you just place like 2 to 3 drops of white flour or even more because um, this is for aromatherapy. So you're gonna cover yourself up in blanket or your towel and then just breathe through the aromatherapy. That's it. It's as simple as that. So any more questions, guys?
I guess this one is directed to you, Doc J. Maybe you'd like to take this one.
Thank you, Troy. Is white flour okay for pregnant women? From Maan of Makati. While it's very tempting for pregnant women to use the essential oils and for example, lavender and peppermint and eucalyptus, because we all know, as I've said, studies have shown that these are relaxing essential oils. So it might be tempting for pregnant women to use them to relieve nausea and vomiting and all the discomforts associated with the early parts of pregnancy. However, unfortunately, guys, experts discourage pregnant women, especially those in their first trimester, meaning the first 3 months of pregnancy, from using essential oils. So better be safe. It's not that it's unsafe. It's just that we do not have safety studies to prove that pregnant women in the early parts of their pregnancy can safely use them. So better not. Better not.
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Mitch, and also Doc J for joining us tonight. So much information, all for you guys out there, all for all of us Filipinos here in this time. Would you like to add anything before we go?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Troy, and everyone.
Thank you so much.
Share. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this webinar. I hope you found the presentation as informative as I have, and I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this presentation and this 1-hour session.
Spread the love.
Okay, so thank you again to all of our speakers. Thank you, Miss Mitch. Thank you, Dr. J. This is just the first episode of White Flower TV with White Flower Invocation and Ninjong Pepakwa. Useful and insightful webinar here, the official White Flower Philippines Facebook page. So check it out, follow it, like it, share it, and we'll see you again next time. So this has been Troy Montero, and please take care and keep safe. To all you guys here from Jelma Philippines Incorporated. Bye-bye. Good night.
Joey, no need for overtime. Pero tomorrow, 8 a.m. yan, ha?
The name of this headache is overtime.
Oh, para sa sakit na ulo.
Use white flour. Ipatak, langhapin, ihagod. White flour helps white out the pain.
Hey, sir.
Thank you.
Good job.
Walang signal.
Ito mapaw, oh.
Ang sakit na ng ulo ko.
The name of this headache, stiff neck, backache is road trip. Use white flour. Ipatak, langhapin, ihagod.
Better?
Better. Yun na exit natin.
White flour helps white out the pain.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. I don't know how you guys do it because your hard work is very satisfying. Kaya huwag kalimutan na ang boses ay alagaan because for our kabuhayan, yan ang kayamanan. So for voice protection, choose Ninjong Pakwa. Alaga ang boses nyo. Ginhawa sa sore throat na paos para di ka malaos. Kaya basta Pakwa, Ninjong Pakwa.
Luis, how old are you?
3 years old po.
Wow, big boy na. Sige nga, drink mo na ito para sa ubo mo. Inom na yan. Kaya para sa buong pamilya, 4-in-1 function ng Ninjong Pakwa. Natural with no preservatives.
Basta Pakwa, mag Ninjong Pakwa.